Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2 adult children, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a mom of 2 littles, and I work in higher ed.
In this episode, I talk about a recent work-related experience, and then we share what we're looking forward to in fall, including a big Thanksgiving update.
First, Azizi, I told you I'm on the crumble cookie train.
That's right. I'm sort of sorry, but
Yes,
not sorry
it's all your
for
fault.
that train.
So
Yes.
we've ordered a few times, and the last time we ordered, and it's always at night. This is always like after the kids are gone to bed. This is like how
It's a
we
little
let
reward,
loose, you know?
right? It's a little treat.
Sometimes I'll order it before and like have it time to come after bedtime is over. And this was one of those times I'd ordered it and then I was like doing stuff with bedtime. Norm was dealing with Quincy and I got the notification that the cookies arrived, but I didn't have time to go get it.
Okay.
It was out on the porch.
Okay.
And when I did go get it later, maybe it was 20 minutes, if
It's a
that.
long time to let your cookies
I'm
alone.
just saying, I'm living life, okay?
Okay.
Living life.
All right.
And so I go, I get the cookies, and then I bring them inside, and I open it, and they're covered in ants.
Oh, Malika, that's the saddest thing I've ever
I
heard.
was so, grossed out because, I don't want ants in
Yeah.
my kitchen, and so I didn't know what to do, so I just went and put them right back out on the porch.
I think that's what I would do. They belong outside. It's like a scene from a horror movie
Yes.
because you so don't expect it.
And there weren't
That's
that
the
many
worst.
on the box, but then
Right.
inside and so I was like, I don't know what to do, are they salvageable?"
No. No, they're not.
I don't know, and so I asked Norm, and we were, going back and forth about this. He was able to save a couple of the cookies.
That I can't believe.
I don't know how he did it, there was the freezer was
Just
involved
like,
and,
should you?
a
That's the
brush.
thing. Like, I just don't think you should. I get that you can,
I
but
know,
I
I
think
think
they're all compromised.
and then, we did save them, but, it didn't taste as good because 'cause we're like, "Is there an ant in here?" It
You're on
just
edge when you eat
yeah,
it.
it wasn't as good, and I think it might have, killed crumble cookies for me.
No.
I think it
No.
might
That's
be
a
over.
terrible outcome. It's not Crumble Cookie's fault that ants live at your house.
I know, I don't know if I can see that pink box again without seeing the
I
ants
think your
on
mistake
it.
was that you ate the damn cookie. Like, I can't believe you did that. It's so
It's just
gross.
'cause it's, not cheap, I just didn't wanna throw it
In the
away.
grand scheme of things, it's not that expensive, okay? It is not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. If I was at your house, that would not have
We
been
were
the outcome.
desperate, but then it's like, what does this say about who I am with cookies?
Listen, Malika, this is what I would have done. I would have thrown the box immediately in the garbage and ordered a new box of cookies. They would have been there in 20 minutes and you would not have had this horror cookie that you ate.
No.
What's crazy about your story is that I too ordered crumble cookies and I enjoyed them. I did not wait for them outside. And I have a designated area where food service people can easily leave
Okay.
food so it's out of the way of the elements. And, we ate the cookies, but because we don't have any kids here, there's a lot of cookie left. And so we usually just leave the box out on the counter. And then, the next day, maybe we'll have a quarter of a cookie. And I have the fancy, cookie cutter. Did you guys get that yet?
No, we don't have the
Oh,
cookie cutter.
that's so great. So it cuts it into 4 even pieces. And I didn't see it because I had to do something in the morning. But when I got back, Grayson was like, ants were all over the cookies. We couldn't eat the
Inside
rest of
your
them.
house.
But it was inside the house, so it
That's
was
funny.
different scenario, and we had enjoyed it, but ants and then guess what? We threw them away. That was the end.
Alright. You're
Ah,
more seasoned.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna
We'll try again.
maybe when you're back.
Yes, when I am there, we will try again.
Yeah, we'll see. Just
They're
wanted to
too
let you
good.
know.
That's really funny, and I'm sorry.
Our first segment is Speaking of Work, where we discuss observations about our professional lives. Azizi, I heard that you went to a networking event.
I did, Malika. My school joined the Chamber of Commerce, which I think is probably national, right? I'm sure they have chapters all over the country. And the chapters are regional for different areas of the state and, different areas of the city. And so there's one that's specifically for the San Fernando Valley, where my school is located. And because our school is a business, the Chamber of Commerce has resources that support businesses and provide opportunities for business owners to come together and kind of network and learn about resources. So, this was my first Chamber of Commerce event. It was called the State of the Valley, and it was a lunch and sort of a networking moment, an opportunity to talk to vendors, and then a panel discussion as well. And what was cool is the panelist was a conversation with all the LA City Council representatives.
Okay.
So you got to see them and hear from them, discuss different aspects of issues relevant to the Los Angeles area.
Okay. So, how was the panel?
I found it really interesting. First of all, they talked about the Olympics. I'm like, the very
Okay.
first question, right? You know how I
Yes.
feel about the Olympics. Be great by 2028. That's the mantra. That is my goal. And the Olympics are coming to LA in 2028, the Summer Olympics, the best ones, if we're honest.
Oh boy.
And, and then the first question was about the pros and cons of hosting the Olympics, like getting the
Mm.
panelists' thoughts about how it was going to impact the city. My interest was immediately piqued. I was so excited to hear their responses and their thoughts about traffic, or is this an opportunity for the city to like be innovative and think about different ways of handling
Mhm.
crowds and how it could impact businesses positively or negatively. So that was really a cool discussion. And by the way, I did buy an Olympics 2028 hoodie,
You're in now.
an official hoodie. I'm on the list to be a volunteer. We will see.
Oh,
We'll see what happens, but one of the events is happening. I think soccer is at the Rose Bowl, which I am, less than a mile away from. So,
wait. So, at this meeting, you could sign up to be a
oh no,
volunteer?
no, I did that a long time ago. That was
Oh,
online.
okay.
That was at the end of the last Olympics when they introduced the LA
I
Olympics.
see.
That's a whole other thing. So anyway, that was one of the topics, and one of the panelists was Adreen Nazarian, who we heard Liz and Sarah speak to about
Oh,
Hollywood
right.
in their podcast. So that was cool to see him after listening to the conversation they had with him.
Wow. So, what was the vibe of the event? Do you feel like you were able to use some of the strategies that we've talked about?
Well, there's nothing like walking into a packed event, like, it was at the Hilton, right? Like, you can imagine it outside of one of the ballrooms, and you walk in, and there's just, I don't know, 100 people or more. Everyone's just in conversations, like, chatting with each other, and it's overwhelming because I did not know anybody. And so then
Mm.
you're faced with, like, "How do I navigate this? What am I gonna do?" And what I ended up doing was walking to a vendor and engaging with the vendor. And that was actually great because they want to talk and I needed
Right.
someone to talk to. And it was interesting what they were offering. So that kind of helped me with that awkward transition of like, how do I jump into this soup of conversations? And that helped me, and then I ended up, I think, talking with a couple of people who were at the table also until we were able to go in and sit and have lunch, but I did get to use the Hi Hello app. I don't know if I've talked about this yet as a follow through, but Sarah and Liz, I think Liz specifically talked about the app Hi Hello, which is digital business card, right? Do you remember that? So instead of
Yes.
having to have a business card, you have this app and it gives you a QR code. You put your information in that you want to share. And then there's a QR code, and people can scan the QR code and then they get access to your contact information. And it's cool because there's a version that's for your personal contact information and then one that's more for business. So it was cool. I got to use that once. but I've actually used it a few other times, and there's some things that you should consider when you're using it. So,
Okay.
if you're gonna use Hi Hello, a couple of things to know. One, there are other kinds of virtual business card apps out there, and they're not all compatible. And that's
Mm,
fine, it's just a little work. So, I imagine if someone doesn't have the app and they're using the Hi Hello thing, there's a couple of steps that they have to do just to enter in their information or to get mine. So, that's all. It's not long. It's the same as if you would share your number, you'd have to stay on there and someone it's a little faster than that, but there's a couple of steps. And then the other thing that I didn't consider is where the app is on your screen, people are seeing the other things around it. So, for example, I have the widget, it's really big and it's on like the first page of my phone screen, but it was
mhm.
underneath my bank widget, which had my account information on there. And so I would just, like, quickly hold up my phone towards them so that they can take a picture or scan, and
Oh
there's my
gosh.
bank info right there. I didn't think about these things. So your phone is such a personal space. It's so intimate. So you have to make sure that you're thinking about the apps that are around this QR code.
Did you move the widget?
I did. I moved the widget. I
Okay.
think I deleted it actually. It's like, that's too
You're like, "Don't
dangerous,
use that."
right? So consider that if you're going to use this app. That's just something to know. But I also brought business cards and gave out business cards and collected business cards. So business cards are still a
Nice.
thing also.
So what did you do with the business cards you collected?
They're in a drawer.
Okay.
I literally did nothing with them.
Okay.
They're gonna be lost by the end of the week, I don't know. If anyone has a solution. Probably, what I should do, and sometimes I do, is just take a picture of it
Yeah, that's what I do.
because then you'll have it, but yeah, I didn't do anything with them,
Okay.
but yeah, still helpful.
Alright, well, you're out there, you're meeting people, it sounds like you're mixing.
I did. Felt good to
What do
mix.
you think you would do different in the next
Well,
networking event?
the obvious thing is the thing that I have talked about before, and they have also talked about on Happier, which is get there early.
Mhm,
I should have gotten there early. If I'd gotten there early, I wouldn't have been met with this sea of people already engaged in
mhm.
conversation. And I could have easily just chatted with the first person or a few people to come in. I mean, I don't know that it would have been easy, but it certainly would have been
It's easier,
easier.
right,
It's easier. Or the person who is working there. Like I could
right,
have met and talked to the person who's putting it on
right.
and just had quality time and engaged in longer conversations before it got so loud,
Hmm,
and then we had to move into the next room, so that's one thing I would do. The other thing that I would do is it's interesting, so we were assigned tables, and my table was in the back, which is fine, like, I just joined, that's fine, I had no issue with where my table was placed, and there are people at the table who I didn't know because I was there by myself. So what I did is I went to the table and then I sat down and, I started to chat with the person who was seated next to me, but then I didn't really get to meet all the other
hmm.
people at the table. So I really should have stayed standing for as long as possible so that I could mingle a little more and signal that I'm available to connect with other people. And, it turned out I knew the moderator from another engagement, and so I could have gone up to the front to sort of see if she was
Uh,
there and make connections, maybe meet Councilman Nazarian, but I didn't do any of those things. I just sat. And so that's definitely something I would do next time I'm at an event like this.
yeah, that's not something that you would necessarily think about because you would think, "Well, here's my seat, I'll sit here," like you would at a wedding or something.
Yeah, and, it's lunch, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Let's we're gonna sit down, we're gonna eat, and I thought everybody else would too, but then people didn't. People were standing for longer, and then it took a while to get everyone's attention. There was a point at which they really wanted people to
Yeah,
sit down so the program could start, but I see that time when you enter the ballroom as a distinct, different networking moment,
right.
and I will utilize it as such next time.
Yeah,
But otherwise, I thought it was good. I look forward to practicing networking at other events, and it was just nice to connect with other business owners and to hear about the kinds of things that are happening in the city, the kind of services that are provided, and I just find it fascinating, this world, so it was
that's
good.
cool. Well, good job to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Alright, let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about things that please us. Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Ooh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
And we're back with Things That Please Us, where we share about the things that bring us joy. And today we're going to talk about fall and what we're looking forward to for fall. So it's fall.
It's here.
Like,
We're in
it's
it.
here. It's now fall. And we know that it's time to be intentional about what we want to make of the season. So, in that spirit, what is on your list for fall? How are you going to make the most of this season, Malika? So, I will read some of the things on your list and you can tell me about them.
Okay.
All right. Starbucks fall drinks.
Okay. This is just like low hanging fruit. It's so easy to just get a touch of the season by ordering a seasonal beverage. And I think this is something I guess I started doing maybe a couple years ago, but it's just easy and it's fun and they always have something a little different and new. So I'm gonna dive in there. It's not just Starbucks. Like there's a couple coffee shops around here that do a lot of seasonal beverages,
Mm-hmm.
familiars that we've talked about before,
Yes, yes, yes.
and Shelburne. So I will sample them all. Not all of the drinks, but, if I'm in that coffee shop, I'll try
No, I think you should sample them all. I think you should make a list and sample all of them here at Starbucks enough.
No, no.
I will tell you, Malika, I had my first pumpkin spice latte last week. I
Wow.
did not care for it. It
Okay.
was not good. So I won't have another one, but I did have like a pecan crunch latte. I love that.
The funny thing is, though, like, okay, I haven't had that pecan crunch one, but, like, they had an horchata one over the summer, which I
Right.
had. They've had, like, a birthday cake one. They all kinda taste the same. Like,
That's
it's
funny.
sweet and it's good, but I don't know that I could distinguish between
Oh.
the different nutty flavors and, like, sweet treat lattes.
I felt like this one was different. And it could be as a non-dairy beverage drinker, they have a really good like non-dairy foam on it. That is not usually a
Mhm.
part of the drinks that I get. So maybe that's why I was particularly excited about it. But it did taste different to me, this one.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you should try it. Okay, next on your list is IKEA. Finally, maybe?
Okay, I've been saying this every time we have a bucket list, I put go to
I was
IKEA
gonna
on
ask you
there.
what makes this a fall item.
Just it's like a rollover.
Oh, okay.
I really wanna go, and I just haven't been able to. It's kind of
Right. It's
far.
always kind of far. Yeah.
It's always kind of far, but, like, it's almost a 90-minute
Oh,
drive
that is far.
one way, and
Wow.
then now with the kids, it's just really a stretch, but I figure if we go, like, we're still both on our parental leave. If we go while Indigo's in daycare, it could be, like, a full day
Oh,
while he's
yeah.
gone, but because he would ruin it, I hate to say.
Well, they do have the childcare
No,
area. I wonder no?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Just a hard
I
no.
mean, that's risky because they have a limit of how many kids they can
Right.
accept, so you might not even get in,
Oh,
and
I
then would
see. That's
he
true.
you know, need us to
Yeah,
come
to
back
do
after
it.
20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not specific to fall, but it's just like a fun thing that I wanna do. I just wanna be inspired. I don't even need anything in particular.
Oh my
I
goodness,
just wanna walk
Malika.
around the showroom and, like, I know I
Let
can watch a
let
YouTube
IKEA watch
video.
over you.
Exactly. I just
Oh, I know, Malika. I was at IKEA yesterday with Grayson. I'm gonna tell you why I was there. I was at IKEA because it's the 40th anniversary and they had a special merch drop for
How did
IKEA.
you know this?
I just went for the merch drop and the discounted
Oh
meatballs.
my
And we
gosh.
had like the best dinner and it was $37 for both
Oh
of
my
us.
goodness.
It was so funny. But that's my empty nest
That's your empty nest
mode.
life.
That's my empty nest
Wow.
life is just go to IKEA for dinner and merch drop. I got an umbrella. It was great.
Wow.
Yes, I think you should do this maybe when I'm out there next. Maybe we can find a way
Okay.
to do it together. Okay, next on your list is fall capsule wardrobe slash uniform.
I just like the idea of this. We've talked about capsule wardrobe before, and, like, I've never really made one, done it intentionally, like, I'll look around on Pinterest and just get some ideas, but
Yeah,
I feel like in this particular season, I actually am wearing a capsule wardrobe, not on purpose, but
right.
it's just because there's, like, a limited number of clothes that have the functionality I need for, like,
Yes.
pumping and that fit right now and that are
Mm,
accessible in my crazy closet. So that
mm.
becomes my capsule wardrobe,
You have like a default capsule wardrobe.
which is just like you're
Makes me
sighing.
so sad. Yeah, makes me sad.
But I would like to refresh just, like, at least maybe by saying this, I just mean I wanna look on Pinterest and get ideas for fall. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really see myself buying any new clothes right now, but I would like to maybe pull in some sweaters. Now that it's getting a little bit cooler, it's not quite sweater weather yet, but
Mm,
I feel like that opens up some options for me in terms of what I have in my closet. I do need to, now that we're talking about my closet, like nothing has
mm.
changed. So this is a little bit of a fantasy.
That's a whole other list. Don't worry about that. I think you should buy 3 new items. I think you should
Wow.
buy a dress, a pair of pants, and a top
What?
to add to your capsule. Yes,
Okay.
Malika. To your fall capsule wardrobe. 3 items.
Okay.
This is not a hard thing to do. You should do it.
You said a pair of pants, a dress, and a top?
Yes.
Okay.
To add to your
That's so concrete. I love it. That feels manageable.
you'll be able to interchange things, give you a lot of versatility. Next on your list, rain shoes that aren't also snow boots.
All right. So I have waterproof shoes that are snow boots or what I wear in the winter, but I don't have shoes that are waterproof that could be worn when it's warmer because often it rains and it's not
Oh,
that cold.
yes.
And it feels silly wearing my snow boots, but I also feel silly wearing my Tevas. And that's like it.
Okay, you have one extreme or the other extreme.
Yeah, or just tennis shoes that can
Right.
get wet. I think right when I moved out here, I got some of those. I can't think of the name of the brand that's
Are they like wellies or something?
yeah, they're like the rubber
Yeah.
bottom with laces and
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those aren't rain shoes though, are they?
yes, these are like
Oh.
mud. I can't remember. I'll have to put a picture of what I'm thinking of or a link because it's a very specific thing. And I bought a pair and they were just too small kind of from the beginning, and then after Indigo, it was like, "No, all bets are off." I think I gave them to
Ah.
Ilea. Anyway, it's like a part of my acquiring equipment for this climate that I live in over
Mhm.
time that
Hmm.
now I think I'm ready to get rain
You
shoes.
ready to
Yeah.
invest? Good. Yeah, Sanai, it's funny, it's not funny. She has no raincoat or jacket at college. We we discussed this. I'm a little worried, but she seems very confident
So
that it's gonna be fine, but yeah, we'll have to figure out how the weather is going to get cool at some point,
right.
and it is gonna rain, but anyway. Yeah, rain shoes. Can you get just regular boots, like something that's a little more fashionable that would also be fine in the rain? That could be more versatile?
Yeah, I guess I do have something kinda like that.
Right.
That's true.
Like, if you're gonna buy something, see if you could buy something that's appropriate for other occasions, not just the rain. Yeah,
I think the thing with the rain boots, the boots that I have, they have a heel on them, so I think I just need something that's flat.
I see. It's a little more
But
comfortable.
I hear you. I take that
Okay.
note.
All right. Next on your list is mudroom plan, aspirational.
I don't know that we can make it happen, but our house, we kind of use a back door as our main entrance
Yes.
because it's, like, easier access to the driveway,
Right.
but the entryway is, like, just the living room, and I've talked about this, a pile of shoes, and there's just so much stuff there. What would really make sense is if the entryway was where the actual front door is, where there's, like, a port, like a
Right.
Three Seasons porch,
Right.
and that the mudroom could be in there.
The actual place where mud things go.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's, like, inside, it's
Yeah,
outside,
that's
but
perfect.
but there's no easy access from the driveway there, so, like, we would need
Yeah.
to create a walking path.
Around the front of the house?
Yes,
I see.
which is doable, but it's just, like, a big project,
Yeah.
and so I would like to map this out. I don't know that it could happen this fall, but I would
Right.
like to create a plan that we can, like, start working towards of how
Okay.
to make that space the mudroom and, like, have some shelves in there or, like, figure it out.
That sounds amazing. It makes total sense. When I'm at your house, I want to come in and out that way. But I get the back door and walking through the backyard, but there's no nice tile entry or space to put things right there.
Right.
That makes sense.
So, this bucket list started out as, like, fun things, and then it turned into things that I have to get done. But
Things that you want to be accountable for before the end of the
yeah.
season. I think that's okay. This is a very manageable list. And honestly, I think the most aspirational thing is going to IKEA. I think everything else feels like you could make some good progress
That's
on.
true.
I think that's a good list for you for fall.
Thank you. Alright, Azizi. Your list starts with making a proper chai from scratch and pumpkin bread. Office candle.
Well, okay, so here's the note. I am obsessed with the spices in chai, like
Mm,
the tea spices, and I love ginger. Like that is my favorite flavor is ginger. And I want to be a person who can just whip up some chai from scratch
wow.
using these like some anise, a cinnamon stick, some ginger, and some milk, and like
Yeah.
some honey, and you like smell it. I bought a book a few months ago that's all about chai, and it has different recipes and looks pretty easy and straightforward, and I've done nothing with it. So I'm putting on the list because it feels like fall, those tastes and flavors and scents. And the same with pumpkin bread. I love pumpkin bread. I do not like pumpkin flavored things, and I don't like pumpkin pie, but I do like pumpkin bread. I don't know why that is.
Bread
That's
is
so odd.
pumpkin flavored.
What?
I said pumpkin bread is also pumpkin flavored.
Not really. I feel like what comes through more is a nice moist texture and the spice. I don't know. Let's not interrogate it. I like what I like. I like the pumpkin bread and I would like to make some. It's like in that banana bread world.
And you wanna make it from scratch?
And I want to make it from scratch.
Trader Joe's pumpkin
Ah,
bread is pretty good.
you know what? I would do that. I don't need to make it from scratch. I want to make the chai from scratch. I can make the pumpkin bread from a mix. I'm fine with that. I actually bought an office candle for my candle warmer, and it
Oh,
has all those spicy scents, and I get so many compliments on it. You could like smell it wafting throughout the
wow.
office, and parents were like, "What's that smell?" So I'm getting into the fall mood with that candle.
With the chai recipes, Ayurveda explorations, in the books that I have, they both have recipes for chai from scratch. It's
Ah,
like,
yes.
part of that whole, I guess, those flavor profiles and the ritual of it and everything. It does seem like a lot of
Oh,
steps.
does it? Are
I
you trying
mean,
to
the
talk me out of
recipes
it?
I have. No, I'm just saying, like, more power to
I'm just
you.
gonna throw everything in a pot and add some liquid and turn it on. I don't know.
Alright. Well,
May not be as many steps when I do it. We'll see. I want to heat up some herbs and add some milk and honey.
alright. One weekend trip.
I want to take one trip with Grayson, one weekend getaway. I
Nice.
feel like that should be manageable. and take advantage of our weekends and our time alone.
Yeah. Disney for Halloween.
No surprises here.
Nope.
But actually, we've never been to Disneyland on Halloween,
Oh,
and Halloween's on a Friday this year. Grayson loves Halloween and goes all out with the decorations. He's been building something in the backyard. I have no idea what it is, but he goes out with a big bucket of tools and his overalls on, and you hear noises. Something's going to happen. It'll be in the front yard. It'll be beautiful. But the reality is that we don't get many trick or treaters. I think we had one last year.
wow.
Which is sad. I mean, there's people who walk by our house, and so it's fun to watch them engage, like when they're walking the dog or whatever driving by, but there aren't a lot of kids, so we don't really need to stay home, and our own kids, my kids, aren't here. So when we thought about it, we're like, what would be fun? Let's just go to Disneyland. Let's dress up and
Okay.
see what the vibe is there. So I'm actually looking forward to that. And, Disneyland, they do it all up. There's decorations, there's lights and music and food and yeah, I feel like it'll be a fun time.
Do you buy your tickets ahead of time?
Well, we are season pass holders,
Oh,
Malika,
so
so we reserve our space.
you reserve.
So we,
Okay.
we have reserved it.
And do you
Yes.
know what your costume is gonna be?
Well, Grayson's favorite movie is A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's okay.
You don't like it.
It's all right.
Classic.
But we went to see it at the Hollywood Bowl last year. I think it was like the 20th or 30th anniversary or something. And so we bought matching outfits for that. And so I think we will wear that.
Okay. Give him
Because when
another
else do you
spin.
get to wear it?
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. Carve a pumpkin and decorate for Christmas after Halloween.
you're right. So these are two thoughts about Halloween. I want to carve a pumpkin. Grayson and I carved a pumpkin a couple of years ago. We each got one to carve and we kind of did it together. It was a lot of fun. It's so hot here, so they don't last very long, but there's something about actually scooping out a
Yeah.
pumpkin. I like that. So I think we'll try to do that. And then the revelation I had last year, which I think is actually on my 25 for 25, is do not wait until after Thanksgiving.
Mm,
Just dig into Christmas right after Halloween because there's just no time and you get tired. And then
yeah.
by the time you put them up, it's time to take them down again and you haven't
Yeah.
fully enjoyed them. So after Halloween, I'm gonna just skip Thanksgiving and go right for Christmas.
That's so smart. I feel like every year we're kind of like, and by we, I mean like everybody, it's in the zeitgeist of like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas already.
Right,
We're just skipping ahead. And there's this kind of lamenting about rushing to get to the
right.
holidays. But you're right. Like, we want to enjoy the holidays. And
Yes.
like, if you don't put stuff up until after Thanksgiving, it's like, do you get to it right away? And then it's like December 1st if you don't do it by then. And yeah, it's just like the clock is ticking. But I think after Halloween, it feels like that's a good amount of time to really enjoy it and then be ready to put it away.
Right. Then you have a couple of months because after New Year's, I'm like, why is this still up?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? It feels like so stale and you get kind of tired of looking at it immediately after New Year's. So this way, I feel like it will also give me more time to figure out how to fit it in because
Yeah.
late November and December are so busy and so many weekend events and it feels like it's really hard to find the time and then you're kind of stressed trying to do it. So
Right.
I think if I have it in mind to do it earlier, that just gives me more room. Now I won't buy the tree that early, obviously, because that would be a disaster, but getting everything else ready.
I feel like I want to be on this train too.
All right, let's do it.
Like, I think it's gonna be a slow process, but if I start then, definitely before Thanksgiving,
All
everything
right.
should be up.
I'm there with you, Malika. We're going to do this.
We have a fake tree, so we
Okay.
can put it up,
Nice.
but it's a good idea. It's just
Yes.
makes sense.
That's my list.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun to think about. So, Malika, we are making a change for Thanksgiving this year, right?
Yes.
Our listeners know, our listeners who have been following us since day one, they know that we have a tradition of going to a beach house in Southern California, usually in the Ventura area, that we rent along with my family and our husbands and our children, and sometimes aunts and uncles and friends. And we cook together and we hang out at the beach and then we debrief and we consult our spreadsheets and plan for the following year. This year, we're going to do something a little bit different. What are we going to do, Malika?
Yes, so this year, we're doing Thanksgiving at Martha's Vineyard, which
Yay!
is off the coast of Massachusetts. I've never been to Martha's Vineyard, but I've heard about it a lot. In this area, people talk about the vineyard. That's like a whole thing. A lot of people go. Often people are going in the summer, but it's there year
It's still
round,
there.
you
It's there
know?
year round. That's funny. I'm still not exactly sure what Martha's Vineyard is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get that part of Massachusetts. I don't exactly get Massachusetts. It's got all these squiggly points and areas to the state and borders all kinds of different states. Seems like it's really complicated to get there. So there's a lot of pre-planning and coordinating that goes into it. But I do know that Michelle Obama hangs out there. So
Yes.
must be
Do you
okay.
remember Azizi, the movie, The
Oh,
Inkwell?
yes.
That's Martha's
Jada Pinkett
Vineyard.
Smith. Oh, yes. What was his Lorenz
Lorenz Tate.
Tate? Love
Yes.
that movie. That was Martha's Vineyard?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Well, and they were there in the summer too, right? So
They were there in the summer.
there's
Yeah.
this added mystery about what happens in the fall in Martha's Vineyard.
Yes. So if you
Oh.
are from this region or you know Martha's Vineyard really well, especially in the off season, we really would like to hear your suggestions and advice because we are starting from scratch. We have places to stay. Even saying places like because our family's bigger now and we have two
Yeah.
babies, like that's complicated things.
We had to split up and we
I
couldn't
know.
travel far for you, and that's good. We're starting from scratch, a whole new Google Doc, a whole new spreadsheet. You gotta throw out what we had before, put it on pause, and start from
Yes,
scratch. So we really need your help.
we
What
need your
what do we
help.
do? I'm curious about what should we pack? Where are we eating?
Right.
What are we eating? What's good in Martha's Vineyard?
Yes.
We'll report back along the way our plans.
If you have things on your fall bucket list, we would love to know those as well. So you can send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com or on Instagram at happierladies. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll discuss our peaks and valleys.
New Vitamin Water Zero Sugar Pineapple Passion Fruit is packed with vitamins, just like the amount of peas we packed in that sentence. It's packed like your tote bag, the one you stole from your ex, or your overpriced half a studio apartment, or extra rushed rush hour traffic. Packed like your calendar. Triple booked at 5, of course. Grab a vitamin water. Did we mention it's packed with vitamins?
And we are back with peaks and valleys because in life, there are always peaks and always valleys. Today is an even episode, so Azizi, start us off with a peak.
Okay, Malika. So this is a story with some twists and turns.
Okay.
Buckle up. This is the story of jury duty, which
Okay.
I had jury duty this week and I had to call in, the night before. They said they needed me. I had to report to the downtown LA criminal court building on Tuesday. And this is terrifying. I'm a citizen and I want to do my
Okay.
duty. And I had a lot of things to do this week. And I had a lot of meetings, and school has just started. And I was really anxious about if I was going to have to stay all week or what was going to happen. Anyway, I had to report for duty at like 9:45 Tuesday morning. So it's like, okay, great. They tell you to park at Disney Hall. Have you done this before, Malika?
Yes.
Oh, you have? At the criminal court building?
Yeah.
All right. So I park, I leave thinking that I have plenty of time. Maps takes me by Dodger Stadium. Do you know where you have to get off by the park? And then there's like
Yeah.
all these stop signs and there's so much traffic. And so by the time I'm already 15 minutes late, by the time we get to Disney Hall, it's like 90 degrees outside. And then I have to walk half a mile. I didn't realize it was so far away. The place where they tell you to park is half a mile from the actual court building. By the time I got there, I was 30 minutes late. And I walk in, everybody's staring at me.
Oh.
And this is not surprising. It's the story of my life. It's the season that I'm in. I'm literally getting to everything late this last 2 weeks. And I have to check in. They gave me a number. They're like, "Go sit over there. You're a reserve juror." So I'm sitting while they're calling all the other people to go to courts, and one of the last people there. And then they summon me to talk to someone at a different window. And she's like, "What happened?" It's like, "I'm so sorry. I was late." And she's like, "Well, you're gonna have to come back." And it's like, "Okay."
Oh.
Expecting I was gonna have to come back the next day, but then she said, "When would you like to come back?" And I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I think I would like to come back." I said, "Are you open in December? Like, I'm ahead of school. It's kind of tricky for me to get away. What about December 22nd?" She was like, "Sure." Yay!
Is this a jury hack?
I don't
A
know, and I
jury
feel a little
duty
guilty
hack?
saying it, but actually a colleague of mine was like, "Listen, Azizi, nothing happens around the holidays in the courts, so if you have a choice,
Mm.
if it's an issue for you, choose that around that time if you get to." So I said, "What about December 22nd?" She's like, "Sure, no problem. This is my winter break anyway, so it's fine, I can plan around it."
Yeah.
And it's very unlikely that a few days before Christmas, there's going to be a court case starting.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, I'll report back, but I was so relieved. I was so relieved. And then I had to walk all the way back up the hill, back to the parking. But that's my peak. The jury duty kind of
Wow.
ended up working in my favor even when I didn't think it was going to. And listen, I do look forward to jury duty. And when I'm retired, I will serve
When you're
on all kinds of trials. I will faithfully dig in when I'm retired. It's just really hard right now.
we've talked about this. I've never done jury duty. Like, I've gone, but I've never been picked for a jury, and she believes that we would not be selected
Oh,
because
Malika, I was selected.
you've
And
been selected?
oh, I have been selected, and I'm not gonna get into it here, how I got out of
Okay.
it. I was there. I was there in the courtroom. I listened to the whole opening thing, and they picked me. Listen, I would be a great juror, so I understand why they would want
Alright.
me, but I can't. I don't have time right now, so that's my jury duty story, and that's my peak.
Okay.
The end.
The end.
What's your valley, Malika?
My valley. And you know what? I think it's a little nuanced. There's a peak in there,
Okay,
but
like my story.
like your
Some ups
story.
and downs.
So, I rejoined the YMCA. Thank
Congratulations.
you. There was a whole issue. It turns out we never really left, which
Oh,
was that's not good. That's a valley in there. But anyway, that's being resolved. It wasn't an error on our part. But I came back. So I went on one day to like sign up, re-up again, and then made a plan on Saturday to go with Indigo because part of the whole reason I want to go to the Y again is because they have childcare
right.
you can use for 90 minutes. So I kind of hyped it up to Indigo. And honestly, when I was a member before, I stopped going because I think when Indy was around 7 months, he started having stranger danger and was like not,
Mm.
there were like two times I tried to go and they had to come and find me. And that
Oh,
was
he
like
wasn't
the
into
end of
it.
it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's almost 3 now. Maybe,
Yeah.
daycare is regular. So I kind of hype it up that we're gonna do this thing together and he's gonna go to the kid zone. I'm gonna go to where the adults go and then we'll meet up again. And he was like, okay, he was like into it down. And then when we get there, his like shoulders kind of slump.
Oh,
And
no.
first of all, I looked at the schedule and I knew it was open from 8:30 to 12. In my mind, I changed it to 12:30. So it's like, okay, we'll get there by 11. I'll have hour and a half. And then just the way that mornings go, we
Yeah.
just everything. So by the time we actually get to the place and where I get to checking him in, it's like 11:20. And they're like,
Okay.
"Oh, just so you know, we close at noon." And I was like,
Ooh,
"What?"
yikes.
Because I thought 12:30. So already I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna have 30 minutes to work out
Right.
or do."
Yes.
And by workout, I mean do like a very chill yoga video that's like 10
Do a
minutes.
yoga video at the
Yeah.
YMCA that you could do literally anywhere. That's so funny.
So it's like, "Oh, okay. Well, here we are. We're gonna do this. I have 30 minutes. Go ahead. Have fun, Indy." Like, great.
Yes.
Drop off. So I go to the stretching area, I find my video. I like brought these yoga massage balls that I've gotten, and I found a
Oh,
video for them because I wanted to use them. Like my body's really achy, sore, whatever. I get into it. I get like 5 minutes into it, and then they come and get no, maybe five
they
minutes.
call
It was
you.
like 7 minutes or 8 minutes because I had my little
Aw.
Apple Watch timer, and they come in the
Yes.
room and like, yeah, Indigo, he's really crying. He's asking for mom. He's not settling in. So it's like, okay. They're like, take your time, but
Aw. Yeah.
like, don't take your time. You come
Right,
get
but
your
come get your
child.
child who's crying and miserable.
So I
Okay.
was like, okay, well, we tried. I pack it up and then I get downstairs and he's fine. When I
Uh-huh.
get in there and they're like, oh, he's fine now. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
let's just go. And then this was the other thing. It's like, not only was it shorter than I thought because the thing closed at 12, it's like I have to pump also. So like
Yeah.
we just ended up sitting in the like lobby while I pumped and he watched something on the iPad. And then
Yeah.
we went to the playground after.
Well, Malika, you did get close.
I
You
got
got
close.
you
That's the
went through the
peak in
motions.
it.
It's like the showing up. You showed up,
Yes.
right? It was a
Yeah.
dress rehearsal.
It was the dress rehearsal. It felt important for me to just go, to just try,
Yes.
and, like, we'll
Yes.
try again. We're gonna try some of his friends' parents go to the Y, so I think I'm gonna try to coordinate, like,
That's the move.
play
Yeah.
date at the child
Yes.
watch while we
That's a
work
great
out,
idea.
and I won't make that mistake about the schedule again. I think the valley of it was, like, I was so looking forward to this time, and it's like,
Right.
"Finally, I get to do this. I'm watching
Yeah.
my child, and I'm getting exercise and have me time." And it
Yes.
was no,
And didn't pan out.
no.
But there probably were a lot of calories burned in the process of like getting ready, getting there, getting on the floor,
I
and then
mean,
getting up again, getting back. I
I
mean,
don't
there
care
that
about
probably was a
calories,
kind of yoga.
a
Okay.
kind of yoga. Well, that's for sure. That was absolutely a kind of yoga, I will say that. Just
Yes.
the whole
Yes.
experience and, like, acceptance. This is my
Yes.
life.
Well, you have the bones of it. You know it can all work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you need a sticker chart for Indigo
Oh, to
around
get
this.
through that's true, I didn't think
Yes.
about incentives for doing the child watch.
Yeah, for hanging out and
Yeah,
playing.
gets a prize
Yeah.
after.
Mhm.
That's a good
He
call.
likes gifts.
Yes, he does. Every day he asks me if I have a surprise for him.
Each day is a new opportunity for a surprise gift.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you gonna try this week?
I'm gonna dig into a chai recipe. I need to get my supplies together. What
Nice.
about you, Malika?
I will start this project of seasonal beverages
All
consumption.
right. You're gonna go to Starbucks. Report back.
Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, please rate, review, and tell a friend. And don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt
You
Muncie.
can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye. Do you want to say it again?
It should be clean on my mic. It'll be clean on
Okay.
my, yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to shut the door.
Oh, you're the worst on podcast.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.